America is standing at an economic crossroads, a moment where the foundations of its once unstoppable growth engine are feeling pressure from all sides. Over the past few years, companies across the United States hired aggressively, expanded operations, opened new offices, and invested enormous capital into new technologies, believing that demand would continue to rise forever. But economic cycles do not remain constant, and the global environment has shifted. Inflation surged after the pandemic, interest rates climbed to their highest levels in decades, consumer spending patterns changed, and corporate debt became more expensive to manage. What followed was a wave of layoffs across industries that once seemed invincible. Workers who dedicated years and sometimes decades to the companies found themselves receiving a single email stating that the position had been eliminated. Tech firms, which had previously promised endless innovation and growth, began cutting thousands of jobs to protect profit margins. Retail sectors that had expanded rapidly during pandemic lockdowns now began reducing staff as customers pulled back spending. Manufacturing units slowed production as global orders declined. Even financial institutions began trimming departments that were considered non-essential. The layoffs were not just isolated incidents, they reflected a deeper shift in the American economy's core structure. Many corporations realized that they had grown too fast, hired too aggressively, and invested in expansion without ensuring sustainable demand. Now they are reversing course, attempting to stabilize themselves before a more serious downturn arrives. But behind this wave of layoffs lies a deeper challenge for ordinary American families. Living in the United States has become more expensive than ever. Housing costs have skyrocketed in major cities, making home ownership a distant dream for many young Americans. Healthcare expenses remain among the highest in the world, meaning a single medical emergency can completely destabilize a family's financial stability. College tuition continues to rise year after year, leaving students with decades of debt before they even begin their professional lives. Everyday essentials, from groceries to transportation, cost more than they did before the pandemic. So when layoffs occur, the effects are deeply personal. Families are forced to reconsider essential expenses. Parents delay buying homes. Couples postpone starting families. Retirements that once felt secure now seem uncertain. The American dream, once defined by upward mobility, is becoming harder to achieve for the average worker. This is not just an economic shift, it is an emotional one. When job security weakens, confidence weakens. When confidence weakens, society begins to question the promises it was raised on. Meanwhile, just north of the United States, something very different is unfolding. Canada, often overlooked in global economic conversations, is quietly demonstrating surprising resilience and strength. While America experiences layoffs and financial anxiety, Canada is maintaining stability, job growth, and structured long-term planning. Canada's approach to building its economy is significantly different from the United States. Instead of chasing fast expansion and high-risk capital investments, Canada focuses on controlled growth, long-term stability, and sustaining quality of life. This slower but steadier economic model is proving effective in moments of global uncertainty. One of the reasons Canada remains stable is its strategic use of immigration as an economic driver. While many countries resist immigration, fearing it may strain resources or disrupt cultural identity, Canada actively welcomes skilled workers, students, and professionals from across the world. These new residents support industries, fill labor shortages, contribute taxes, rent homes, purchase goods, and drive economic momentum.